Yeah, we back with another one. Miss Toya, Chrissy, Angel.
This is Wednesday night, and our vibes are high. This is ladies' night, oh what a night, oh what a night. Oh, this is chick chat night, we're gonna vibe all night. Oh, this is chick chat night, oh what a night, oh what a night. Chick chat night, chick chat night, chick chat night.
So what y'all thought? We were over with? Nah, we back. Like we never left.
Okay, so ladies, if you're rocking with us, go on and put your hands up and let me see y'all. And fellas, don't forget to tell a friend. The chicks are back. Woo!
Lately, I've been feeling so lost. My soul is calling, but I can't hear her. When I wake up to my reflection, it's a stranger in the mirror. It's a scary feeling when your ratchet side no longer resonates. Listening to my old words, I find that she and I just don't relate. I don't even like the men I used to date. And I've been crying, feeling strange because I don't know who I am no more when everything about me changed. Nobody talks about the grief you feel for someone who's still alive. Do you send condolences or congratulations when those old parts of you died? For so long, I just thought I was dying. Now I'm in the middle feeling torn because the old me had to rest in peace for this new version to be born. I think I hold back on my growth because I'm scared of what comes after. Turning the page isn't that easy when you don't know what's in that chapter, but I've seen what's in my old books though. I know what my old behaviors will get me, and I can evolve out of them patterns if the fears of the unknown just let me. They say you're gonna lose a lot of people when you start climbing to the top. And just because it gets lonely, it doesn't mean that you should stop. I've been so intentionally lonely these days because the path I'm on isn't meant for group conversation. For some eras of your growth, you can only bloom in isolation. So it's just been months of being by myself, locked inside my room. The caterpillar season ended and I was forced into my cocoon. In the beginning, there's confusion. And just when you think you're about to die, the chrysalis cracks open and reveals this butterfly. But the scary part of emerging is you don't know what taking flight brings. And everyone tells you change is beautiful, but butterflies can't see their wings. And everything happens so fast once you start moving with intention. You have to hold space for your evolution and give in to your ascension. You have to accept that you're not the you that you know and step back and see who's at the core. Because this person you're becoming is not someone you've met before, so let them soar. Let them become who they're meant to be, even if you don't understand it. Because a life that's lived in purpose ain't never gonna look how you planned it. It's 3 parts to every journey that start, middle, and end. And you'll never know what point you at until you're brave enough to begin, so go ascend.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Chick Chat Show. I am your girl, Miss Toya.
And this is your girl, Chrissy.
And your girl ain't your baby. And I'm Mavis.
Okay, you don't have a mic. You don't have a mic.
Ain't that right?
I ain't paying no attention. I was in my phone. Boy, we on this discombobulated right now. I didn't even notice it. I'm looking at my phone. I didn't pay it no mind.
We ain't here talking, okay?
Y'all watching that lady. Y'all ain't got tuned in and wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Let's rewind it. Let's rewind it.
Okay, so let's try this again. Hey, everybody. I am your girl, Miss Toya.
And this is your girl, Chrissy.
And your girl ain't your baby.
And your girl, Mavis.
Hey, I'm trying to get it out. Happy Wednesday and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Chick Chat Show.
Hump day.
What?
Mike.
Check. Wait, y'all don't try to get it together. Y'all quit. Wait. Okay, sorry, y'all.
I need this laugh right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking about very well needed laughter at this table. So yeah, happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
How has the week been treating you, ladies? We had an amazing weekend. We celebrated Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. Big ups to our host, Miss Siobhan Edgecombe with Asking You Shall Receive Realty. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Siobhan.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday night, we attended the Laffy Hour with none other than my brother,
comedian Eddie Green.
Had my face hurt.
I'm talking about they had me rolling. From Felicia
Yes, she
to
do her
Chicken
thing.
George,
Yeah.
Nate Simone,
Right?
They got a double back.
Eddie
They put all
himself.
of them back.
Right.
They were just hilarious. You
They do
guys,
that.
thank you so much for the laughter this weekend. So, ladies, besides that, how has the week been going for you?
Mine's still been going just like that. Laughter and smoothness. It's been going just like that.
That's what's up.
Yep, and laughing at everything and everybody.
You have
She
to.
laughing now.
Since she walked through the door.
Okay.
Listen, you have to laugh these days because if not,
Yep, girl, just ready for tomorrow. I'm a little lamb there. I like this little Monday through Thursday. Y'all need to keep it like that for this school.
you know that's not gonna happen.
Girl, why not?
They're not. If they did,
They're not gonna make no money.
Yeah, they're not.
It's all
gonna
about money,
Yes,
baby.
they is.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Well, if they was, they would have did it.
Girl, they already making money.
No.
I think they did
but
try that
they
before to do a
making
4-day
money.
school week.
that ain't gonna work. It's gonna be
Listen, these kids need to be in
VPK or
school
something, 'cause it
7
sure ain't
days
gonna be
a
no
week.
regular.
I'm talking about 4.
Ain't
We
gonna be
need
no regular.
7.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No,
Seven
they
what?
don't.
Wait, what you talking
See
about?
y'all
Seven
damn
what?
kids back together.
7 days of school. We don't.
Wait,
No,
what?
they don't. Do
They
you want to
need-
work 7 days?
That's besides the
Are you
point.
No. Do you want to work
That's
7
besides
days?
the point.
Are you saying kids need 7 days?
Children need to go to school 7 days out the week.
You
No,
want
they need a break. No, give them the 2
Do you
days,
want to
though.
work 7 days?
I ain't trying to work
I'll
7
work
days
7
straight.
days.
They go 7 days. We working 7 days. You in the
They
school
not gonna
go
never work.
every
The
two.
kids ain't gonna never go to school 7
That's
days
what
unless
I'm
you got a
saying.
disability, something wrong with you somewhere, and you got somebody at the house hit you or something. Other than that ain't gonna work.
Girl,
Well,
I ain't gonna with no disability after that. To my 7 days.
we definitely don't want no 4 days.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Yes. 4 days. Friday that could be that game night. Saturday that's family. Sunday get that shit ready together for Monday. The hell?
Angela Shaw, she tired of kids right now. She want a break. She needs a break. it
Listen,
seems.
y'all
That's
get
what
they
it
get
sounds
the
like.
whole summer.
You tired.
They get the whole summer. Come on, we can do 7 days.
Hi, them children in school.
But anywho, Miss Mavis, how has the week been going for you?
It's been very well. I had a good week. The weekend was full of celebration.
You shimmying? I don't know, girl. You
That means she had a good time.
You are shimmying, girl.
Like Angel said, it's been full of laughter and everything all week. I had a really good week so far. It's hump day.
Yes.
2 more days.
2
Let's
more.
get it rolling.
Get through
right.
it.
Get these
Miss
next
Chris.
2 days.
Hey.
That's right.
I mean, life is life, and it is what it is. Been a little hectic, but I'm gonna keep pushing. It's
That's
Wednesday,
all we can do.
Tomorrow, Thursday, then we got Friday. I'm on it.
It's the weekend,
My
baby.
Friday start tomorrow.
Must be nice.
It is.
Okay, so because we have so much to cover, I want to hop right in. First of all, let's talk a little bit about Diddy before we get into Mavis.
Oh.
Because they said that Diddy has had most of his major charges dropped
that's
against
good.
him today.
That's good. That's good.
So the major charges are dropped, which is the felony charges. What, he got a bunch of misdemeanors?
Well, they still trying to, they still have to do their closing arguments, but for the most part of it, like the sex trafficking and the prostitution and all of that stuff has been dropped,
Because that man
allegedly.
ain't do that. That man ain't do none of that. They did that on their own.
Lord, Angel.
I mean,
did
I
that
really
on
feel like
their
he's just a
own.
big freak. He a big freak.
That's
He
all.
wasn't no freak. That man wasn't even in half for none of that stuff. He just was watching. He paid them to watch. Girl, they got that money. He need this little stuff.
Diddy hands is not clean, so I'm gonna go
They
with
not
that. Diddy
clean.
hands are
They're
not clean.
not clean.
He
At
done
the
some
end of the day,
things.
they're not
The
clean.
way he beat that girl, ain't no telling what took place in the inside of his house that nobody can't see.
Well, they ain't got him for beating nobody.
Well, that's the
That's a whole nother story. They
But
ain't got him
again,
for
but
beating
again,
nobody.
it shows that right there showed
That's
pretty
what
much. It showed
power
a lot.
does.
That showed a lot.
he has
That
power.
showed a lot. And if he
Money,
did that,
he
power,
didn't do
control.
anything that the rest of them ain't do. And I'm talking about
Definitely
this
not.
code.
Yep, he
And
definitely
they
not.
do worse.
but they gotta expose it. They didn't expose it. Who else you seen get whooped
They're
like
not
that?
gonna expose themselves. They gonna always do this.
Yeah, they,
That's
they
what I'm
throwing
saying.
everything
Like,
on him,
he
but
had to
they
be
definitely had
exposed.
something to do with it.
But you know what? The other people that come up the tracks. And they look more
They
dangerous.
They
got
just
more
put him in the
money.
forefront.
Yeah, they got more
They got
money
equal.
and that power a little more higher than
They
his.
put him in the forefront.
But he's not the only one that's under them people.
No,
So
he's not.
it's just like they have a way of handling things. Just like with Mel Gibson. I didn't know Mel Gibson was blackballed like he was. Because he told the truth.
Okay, so I want y'all to hold it right there because we're not supposed to tear in this deep, this quick. But I'm going to go ahead and roll it since you said that. It's a difference. We're judged differently. But let's watch this clip. And when we get back, we're going to get into Miss Mavis. It's the Chick Chat Show.
Man and a black man commit the same crime, the white man is going to get lesser time than a black man.
He's supposed to.
What you mean he's supposed to?
What you mean?
Why you say he's supposed to?
I'm a white man.
Right, and you just robbed for them. You just
Hold on, no. I'm the white judge. It's our white system.
Okay.
You're our slave.
Right.
You want me? I'm Master George. That's Master William. You slave boy. You want me to treat Master like you just because he broke the same law you broke? I thought you said this is racism in America. Why are you expecting different, young man? And you say it's a war on black people. So if you know it's a war, why do you expect me to give him what I'm giving you?
I mean, because they talked about that in the Constitution of the United States.
But
we all supposed to have equal rights.
But when we wrote that, you was a slave. You wasn't even considered human. So how you
Now stop saying we, because you're not the white man, are you?
Yeah, because I don't think like you. I think like the white man.
That's why your name Charleston White?
No. Listen, I understand that I wasn't wrote into the Constitution. You the fool. You think the Constitution, when they said we are all equal, you was a slave.
I mean, that's what it said, though.
But you was a slave, so how can you be created equal when the slave was considered less than my dog?
It say we the people of the United States.
You wasn't the people. Black people, when we wrote that up, you was back there, son. Listen, look at me. Just check me out. When they wrote that, you was considered a slave. 3/5. You wasn't even considered human. That's how you was chained up and enslaved, because you were not human when we wrote the Constitution. We had to put you in an amendment almost 20, 50 years later.
You make me uncomfortable when you keep talking about,
But because this
like,
is,
like you talking like you a white man.
well, this is what's separating us, homie. Our mindsets. Don't you know it's some black
Nah,
people?
hell no, because them white folks gonna look at you the same way they look at me. Your man said, nigga, we got the same skin color.
You ever killed a white man before?
No, I
So
haven't.
you can't tell me nothing. It ain't on my record. You go kill a white man and see if it's on your record and see. You go kill a white. Hold on.
You gotta rewind that.
Hold on, nigga. You go on camera and say the white woman and see if they treat you how they treat me.
I don't know how you got the balls to say that.
Because I'm a ignorant. No, you try to. No, homie. You can't call your governor. I can. I can call the mayor. You can't. So they ain't gonna treat you how they treat me. We ain't the same. Our mindsets. Don't you know it was niggas who owned slaves that the white man sat next to and he didn't enslave him? He had slaves too. Mindset is what separates us, brother. Where I can say y'all and they. No, mindset is everything. Don't you know it's some black people that went and got an education like Colin Powell won't ever see you as them. And they think just like them. I'm one of them niggas. I think just like them.
I feel like,
Woo! That was a little far stretch. That was deeper than deep.
I said we didn't want to tear that deep that soon, but it came up, so we had to roll right into it.
But I want to know why he think he like the color of my palm though. Why he think he this color? Cause you ain't. I don't care what you educate us on. You still one of us. Mm-hmm. You to them it's us. You ain't. Your DNA is given what we have. Mm-hmm. I don't care how much education you got. I don't care how many people you turn in. You still one of us. They may say, okay, you just a helper. You ain't nobody important. You just a helper.
You're an informant.
You the one that's inside the house. Informant.
And then he talking like he should be so bigoted about talking about these type of things, but at the same time too, you look like a fool.
But how do you feel about him saying that it is two different laws, law and a law?
It is. Look, it's already it's there already. You can see that clear as day. A man can go ahead and molest a child and get lesser years. Let a black man do it. It's going to be a longer time. So it's like they talk about, oh, they're going through depression and anxiety, and they put that crap in the records, and you ain't got damn history of going to a psychiatrist or a therapist. But because that's them, they can get away with it.
Insanity.
You say we going to psychiatrist therapist since a kid, and they don't care nothing about that. You still going to the chain gang. So that's why we need more kids to be grow up to be prosecutors, lawyers, doctors. We need the whole slew, the whole thing, and maybe we can turn some of this stuff around.
Ladies, what's y'all thoughts?
What? Girl, the backstab. I don't even want to talk about that man.
Who, him?
Yeah.
Well, the laws,
Charleston.
they are, I feel like they are different for black and white. I see it all the time. We see it every day,
Right.
especially with our babies.
Yes. Well, you guys, I don't know. They say Diddy may be coming home.
That's
Well,
good.
either way it goes, Trump is looking into pardoning him. So,
Trump be pardoning everybody.
Look at that who?
Trump be pardoning everybody.
no, he's looking at pardoning Diddy.
Pardoning?
Let him home, let him free.
Let him
Drop
go.
down.
Just
Leave it,
like he
drop the
did
case.
with the other.
Because he already know that this color done did it worse. And half of that stuff that's going on, they the one that started up.
Yeah.
Planned everything.
Trump he be pardoning people because they say he's trying to pardon that man that did that with George Floyd. So he's trying to pretty much equal out because they said he was trying to do that for that man that did it to George Floyd. And I'm like, wow, really?
Oh, he
Oh
did.
goodness. Chauvin, I think it was.
Yeah, that's his name. There, I could never pronounce it right. But it's like, I mean, he did pardon Kodak Black, but Kodak Black it ain't like he did to nobody. So yeah, you let him go. Okay, cool, that's fine. He ain't one out here doing stuff what Diddy was doing. People
And
told
what's
you
the
when
other
they get
guy,
dark,
the-
they go
the drug
home.
dealer guy?
Child, they do that stuff every day.
Do it.
What did he do? Every day. We just don't know
Some
nothing
yeah,
about
some of them
it.
yeah, we won't
So
know
it's
about
like,
it.
come on, give it up.
We can
They
only,
paid that man paid people.
He
On
did.
top of other people paying those people. He didn't do nothing but have it at his house. That's all he really did. Have it at his house.
something happened somewhere. There
No,
was a freak offs
paid-
going somewhere.
Come on now.
That
You
he
getting
had the
paid.
biggest bed I ever seen. Remember that bed that R.
They
Kelly
was all
had back in the
straight-
days
they was all straight
off
prostitutes.
was it half on the baby? I'm talking about that bed was
Yeah.
humongous.
I'm telling you.
They was all straight prostitutes. They got paid for what they do.
Yeah.
That man didn't do nothing but open up his house.
He opened up a lot of things.
But
Baby,
then
What y'all
I
know?
think when they
a
got
lot
too
of things.
comfortable going to the hotels and just leaving a mess, because I saw one of the videos that they say, it was pictures released from evidence, and
oh, wow.
like they have, just to show you how warped people's minds are. I mean, even though he was doing some things, but on the table you could see maybe like 3 or 4 of these.
Okay.
They're accusing him of mixing up stuff, and I'm like, that's the freaking bottle.
Yeah, that's what keep it
Ice
chill.
things, he had
Yeah,
ice.
the ice buckets. And they're accusing him and they're mixing up potions and things. I'm like, it's just sometimes people take things too far. Okay, yes, he did what he did, but you're just adding more insult to injury and defamating his character even further.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
We get
he was
it.
mixing anything. At the end of the day, who bringing all this stuff into this country? How did it get here? No, I'm being serious. How
the
did it get
bugs
here?
are planted.
Oh, okay.
But anywho, Miss Mavis, welcome to the Chick Chat Show. How are you, beautiful?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so welcome. And before we get started, please tell the people who Mavis is, where she is from, and because we want to get into Mavis before being a hope dealer.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Mavis. You can call me Peaches.
All right,
All right, Peaches.
All right, that's what I'm gonna call you.
Okay. I am from downtown West Palm. I was born and raised right here in Palm Beach, but I
Okay.
grew up in the downtown Pleasant City, Tamarind
Okay.
parts.
All right, Miss Peaches.
Okay. So, before you became a hope dealer, who was Mavis, and what caused you to say, listen, I have to stop, make a change, and do better?
Well, I became a hope dealer personally because first of all, I was in trouble as a teen. I was a troubled teen, and I left at 17 years old to go do a 5.5-year prison bid.
Whoa.
Okay.
So what led up to that was me fighting all the time, just getting in trouble with the law, like, you know, I was on probation, juvenile probation, violating. I'm fighting every day. We didn't have this, the program that we have. So we didn't have adults outside of the home trying to help mom and guide us and help us in any kind of way. So it was kind of like a free-for-all. And I don't know if y'all familiar with the downtown area, but if you grew up there, you literally are from the trenches.
Right.
Literally are from the trenches. So I just became a product of my environment, pretty much. And what stopped it was me catching a violent charge. I caught an aggravated battery charge at 17 and was sentenced to 6 years.
Wow.
So when
6
I came
years?
back, I was 23 when I came back.
Wow.
So I was from, you know, a baby to an adult.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And when I came home, maybe a few years later after that, I grew up with Ricky in the same neighborhood. He grew up in like the Dunbar area, which was literally across the tracks from us. But everybody knew everybody. And I saw him and one of my old friends, Brandon. They were talking about this program that Ricky had started. It was called Inner City Innovators, and it was like targeting the young black men in our community that were pretty much facing the same things that I were facing at that age. Getting in trouble, violence, getting shot at, shooting people and stuff like that. So I just kind of dived in right then and there when I seen, I'm like, okay, he's right from here. This my neighborhood where I grew up. And I knew I didn't come home to do the same thing that I was doing before I left. So that was like my chance to jump on a band, you know, not even a bandwagon, to jump on the movement.
Right.
Get into the movement. And I reached out to Ricky and I was like, hey, I like what you guys are doing. How can I get involved? And from that day forward, I was a hope dealer. Like literally from that day forward, I did whatever I could do to help, volunteering, showing up at meetings with them. We were doing peace marches, rallying up all the time. You know, why he started the program from his young friend Johnny Davis, and it started from there. And I also knew him too. So everything was just personal.
Right.
Everything was personal. Nothing had changed in those almost 6 years that I was gone. When I came home, it was the same. Like the only thing that was changed was so many people was dead.
Wow.
Or in prison. Other than that, nothing was changed. So I wanted to be a part of the change.
Okay, so can you briefly give us a day in the life of a troubled teen?
From experience, a day in the life of a troubled teen, from my experience, from me and the children I work with, is I feel like it started off lack of parents in the home. So yeah, I mean, and it's not every child.
Every
I work
situation.
With. No, it's not every situation, but it does. For the most part, our high risk ones, I feel like a day in the life for them is getting up and figuring things out on their own every day. Getting up, figuring out how we gonna eat, what we gonna do to put clothes on our bag, and what's the next move, what's the next lick that we can hit to make it to the next day. And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. And I feel like a day in the life of them also is maybe them not be doing anything and the cops bothering them, or them not being able to go on a certain street, go to a certain neighborhood because they're not welcome, or this is not your hood, what you here for. And we have high-risk kids that we haven't even been able to touch yet, and we're going to touch as many as we can. But a day in the life for them, I just feel like a troubled teen is it's full of struggle, and it's not all physical, mentally.
I feel just that touches my heart because I'm such a mother. You get what I'm saying? And to know And I know personally that there are parents that are absent. You know what I'm saying?
But some of them are not.
No, but we're talking about the ones that are absent. Like, because I know, like I said, personally, I've had children at my doorstep before I had my own children who parents were just not there. The mom dropped them off to the dad, and the dad just didn't want anything to do with them. So, and it's like to know that a mother disconnects like that is heart-wrenching because I love my children. But speak a little bit on the parents that are there.
Yeah, because
And their
the
children-
ones that are there, their children still acting up. They're trying to find themselves. So they will get with other groups, their peers, and act out because it's feeling good to them. That's how they get their little extra money because mama probably told them, no, you're going to wait until you get a little, your grades get a little better.
Right.
Or whatever. So you can't just put it on the absent parent because you got a lot of parents that's breaking their neck for their kids, but they following their peers. It's money these days.
You know,
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I know this young man who was murdered. I don't know if it was by his son or by his son's friends, but his son played a part in it. I don't even know, like, how someone can muster up enough hate for their parent to do or to allow their friends to do something like that. And this guy provided for the child. I'm talking about every Jordan, every name brand, Fendi, Gucci, Prada, but it wasn't about anything material. What about those children? Do you think it's like a mental illness or?
They seeking their parents' attention.
I think I know. I remember that story when it took place. It's just being overly spoiled, and some kids can't take no for an answer. When you spoil kids, you spoil your kid, and you finally say no, they're gonna get angry. That's just like a baby. You give a baby everything, and you say no, they're gonna throw a tantrum. Some kids you can't control all kids mentally wise, but I did hear that boy was very, very spoiled, and I don't know what took place, but apparently daddy must have said no or something like that, and that was his last straw, I guess. So that was unfortunate. That was sad. I heard about that, and that's crazy because it was like yours,
Yeah.
somebody you took care of, and they said that man took care of that little boy with no hesitation.
None.
And he was a big size kid. He was in his
parent.
life, and it's like how you turn around and let it take place. You would never know, man. You would never know.
I don't know. So Mavis, so you did your bid. What was the most petrifying part of, having to go and do your time?
Just not knowing what to expect. It was just not knowing what to expect. 6 years, getting sentenced to 6 years just sound like 20 years at that time. So you just don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen while you're gone. You don't know what you're coming back to. And so that was the scariest part. That was the most petrifying part about it. It's just not knowing what you really signed up for, what you really just got yourself into. And it was the saddest part, the hardest part about it was the what ifs. What if I didn't do this? Or what if I didn't do that? And it's already too late. Now you got to start a whole new life. Because that's a whole different life in there.
It is.
It's a totally different life. You're living a totally different everything in there. It's not real. You know, I mean, it's real, but
it's
you
not
just learn how to
reality.
take so much things. Like, you're not going to come out ungrateful of anything. And it is just a not understanding and not knowing at that age. I don't know if y'all about to send me. I'm 17. I don't know if I'm about to go and be locked up with somebody that got life and don't care. They ain't got nothing to lose. And in the beginning, it is just like that. Thankfully, I was young enough to be in the YO program. So I ended up doing my time.
I see. Yeah.
So I ended up doing my time with people my age.
Yeah.
But when you first get in there, you don't, it's not like that. You're in there with lifers, and they're going to let you know. I don't have nothing to lose. So you come in here on that bull, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever. So you got to go in there just learning how to live a different life.
Yeah.
And that's the most petrifying. And just what you going to come home to and what you're not going to come home from. Like, I lost my dad while I was in there. And all, like, I lost a whole bunch of friends while I was in there.
Wow.
So that was the most scariest part. And that I really faced my biggest fear, because my biggest fear was my mom had already passed. So
Oh, wow.
before I even went in. But my dad was sick. So it was like,
Dang.
what if I don't make it home to him in time? And I didn't. So I kind of like faced that was my biggest fear. And I faced it. I didn't have no choice. That was it.
You
You
had
have any
to.
regret
Or
about?
survival
Yeah.
mode too.
Yeah, so
A lot
have
of
you?
regret.
So what? Do you think when you gonna have a chance to let that go, like forgive yourself for you getting in trouble and you being able to miss your blessings of your father?
I still struggle with that a little bit because we had a really good relationship. So I was real close to my dad and stuff like that. So I think about it all the time, like, dang, like, I really miss that. And because, you know, when you're in prison, you can't just go, like, somebody died, you don't just get to go, you don't just get to go to funerals because it's your mama or because it's your dad.
It's
It
a
goes by
process.
your custody level as well. If you not low enough, your custody is not low enough for you to even step foot in the community, you can't go.
Wow.
So, and that's where I was at. So I didn't even get the,
Oh wow, you didn't get no closing?
no, I just got, all I got was the chaplain coming, pulling me out, bringing me in the office and let me know your dad has passed, and that was it. That was my closure
Sorry
right
for
there.
that.
Did it give you did you get into any fights with anybody after that? Like because you were so angry? Because
Just
that's
so
a different
angry.
type of pain.
So I don't mean to be, but people like me. So I am not to say like I would ever do it again, but by the grace of God, I did easy time, and everybody can't say that.
Right.
So I wasn't like going back, getting into fights because I was angry about the situation. I more so shut down versus anything. Like I ain't want to deal with nobody. I just want to get home now. Like, and at that time, I still had 2 years left.
Wow.
Like I came home the exact date that he died, 2 years
wow.
later.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I was angry the rest of my time. I was very, very angry, but I just beat myself up about it. Like, if only I didn't get into this type of trouble,
Right.
I would have been there for that. Or maybe he wouldn't have been that sick. Or maybe, because he always say,
blame
he
yourself.
waiting on me. He knew he was sick, and he would say,
wow.
like, I'm just trying to make it for you to get home. That's all I want. And he just didn't. So that's the only thing I really regret about that bid, because I didn't get to say bye.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see him from the day I was sentenced.
Wow.
And I got sentenced on his birthday.
Oh
And
my
I got
God.
out on his death
You
day.
got so many dates that's remember
Yeah, so when
Oh, my
October get here, I'm
goodness.
like,
Oh wow.
Shut down.
yeah.
That's
So in
a
prison,
hard
like you
pill.
know, like some people they find out like what happened to you, like people that be around.
Yeah.
Did they come crowd you and show love to you? Like
Yeah,
did they give you?
they
Okay.
a lot of them did show love. And then you got people you just don't deal with, so they didn't know and they ain't want them to know.
Gotcha.
Because everybody don't get along there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you had your people that you just don't deal with
Yeah.
at all. But for the people that I did deal with and built those relationships, they were supportive of it and everything. They knew I wasn't about to go see my dad to get buried. They knew that.
Yeah.
And they knew I still had a long time before I could even think about getting closure. So
Wow.
it was just finish this time up. But the rest of my time became hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all that played in the back of your mind.
You got siblings?
I got a lot of siblings.
Oh.
I have 11 siblings. Well,
Oh.
I have 10, but my mom raised my nephew as our brother. So
Okay.
we always tell people
11.
that it's 12 of us.
Okay.
But so yeah, it's a lot of us.
Okay, I was asking because I was going to ask you as far as for like phone calls and stuff like that. Like when you call, you got old siblings older than you. That okay.
I'm
so
right
they-
in the middle. I got
Okay.
a lot way older, and then I got some from me on down. We're in steps.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
literally right in the middle.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
so I got 5 older and 5 younger.
So y'all were
Wow.
able to comfort
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, as
and
best as
get-
they could.
yeah.
I mean, they really, I wish I could be there and everything. I was able to send like a letter home for one of my sisters to read it to him from me, at the funeral and all
Oh,
that.
wow.
But yeah, that was all I could
That's
do.
sad. But you did something. You did great.
I
You
did
good.
something.
Yeah.
That mean you was there, not like in the flesh, but you was there.
But he know. And
Yeah.
I know he tried to
Yeah.
hold
Right.
on, but
Yeah.
you know.
So what got you through those 6.5 years?
What got me through? The first 2 years I was in denial. I'm like, no, I can't be here this long. I'm putting in emotions to get back. I'm like, I didn't mean to sign it. I was playing. I don't want to do 6 years. But what really got me through it is just, I would really say, besides being able to just pray my way through it, it's like my sisters and my best friends and everything. Always keeping that mail coming, keeping down. People don't understand how important that is for people on the inside. Like, so my big sister and my 2 little sisters and my best friends, that was really kept me going and got me through my bed, because every day almost every day I had some mail coming and everything. I was far away, so visitation wasn't really something for me. I wasn't like able, however life was going for them outside of that, I wasn't getting visitations and stuff like that. But they did. I was able to call home. I had that, and I had my sisters always, keeping in touch with me through mail and stuff like that. And I just felt like I didn't have anything to lose. So that also kind of kept me going. I'm like, look, I ain't got nothing to lose. I didn't leave any kids out there. I didn't leave. My daddy gone now, so it's nothing, So what got me through is just like having that support.
That was a beautiful thing.
Well, thank you guys for keeping her encouraged and supporting her during her time of need, because I know it could be difficult if you had to be out there with nothing.
And she young too. She just learning how to grow mentally. Boy, you could have been a hellraiser when you got home.
I could, yeah.
Good thing, thank God you wasn't.
Thank God.
Because some people don't learn. They don't learn their lesson. They still have that same mindset. So thank
Especially
God
when
you
gotta
grew.
come back to the same exact environment.
I don't know how that support, but you got a lot of grown people that's in there like that, come right back out the same way because they ain't had that support. They think they got to get back.
Yeah.
Or their friends and family not helping. So,
that was my initial thought. When I get out, them people I came to prison for, I'm going to get them.
A lot of them think like that. Yes, a lot of them think like that.
That was my initial thought. When I got sentenced, I was like, yeah, when I get out, got something for y'all. But you grow. If 6 years later I come home and I'm still on that foolishness, I deserve 6 more.
I'm stuck in that lifestyle though, because once you go to jail, everything stops. Right there where it was. Even for your family. Once you go to jail, everything stops. It's like, damn, I'm locked up with you, but I'm still out here.
Yeah.
So someone come back out with that same.
Yeah, they do.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Let's go back to a comment from Ricky. Hey, Ricky Akins, the founder of Hope Dealers. He said, and some parents are just overwhelmed, so they just come alongside to be a support. It's hard out here to raise children along in this world. We want to be a village to these young people who need a village. Who need a village most. Hey, Dee Lee. Hey, Miss Lisa. Hey, Winfred. And that goes to one of these clips that I have here. And let's go ahead and roll it. Hold on, let me find the right one. Sorry. Okay, this clip that we're gonna play is from Papa Duck. He's right here from Palm Beach County. Let's look at this clip and we'll be right back. It's a Chick Chat Show.
Program is you can't trust nobody. Back in the day when I grew up, every motherfucker on the street watched children.
Yep.
The people on the porch can beat your ass.
Yep.
But now, even though you know your child bad as a motherfucker, you can't tell you nothing about that bad motherfucker. When you need all the help you could get.
Yep.
America has used propaganda, media, and all the above to scare the hell out of us, to draw wedges between us, right? So that we don't trust each other, we don't fuck with each other, right? And like I say, we don't live as tribes,
Nope.
right? Communities, like I say, means commute, meaning everybody's on one accord and everybody got the same religion, going in the same direction. Neighborhoods It's just fucked up. These are the projects where they test shit on you and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling y'all is, bro, this American soil is tainted. This bitch is a lie. You know what I'm saying? Even the Statue of Liberty ain't the original statue. It was a black woman in chain.
Yeah.
What y'all ladies think about that?
I agree with him.
On everything.
Oh, definitely.
I agree with him. It's not the same no more. I've seen ignorant moms. You can't tell them nothing about their child, and it's like that's why the child ignorant, cause you ignorant, and it's like they don't need to even talk to you no more, cause you ain't got good sense, and that's why things happen the way they unfold. It's like a trickle effect. It's like the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
But these days, can we trust people to talk to our children?
I mean, in a good way, like coaches. When I was in school, you had a coach that, because I used to have a bad attitude. You got to go out here in this grass and get my shoes wet. Oh, I'm mad. To do out here on the grass. I don't feel like walking. So me and him used to go back and forth when we became best buddies. I used to be cursing him out, but, you know, I used to walk away. So I ain't cursing him out like that, but I made sure I got a little far enough so I can talk my trash. Because I'm disrespectful, but I wasn't that disrespectful. So I said, as I walk, he said, what? And nothing. Keep going. So that's how we built our relationship. But you have some people in school that's going, like teachers, they see good kids. There's good kids out here. It's just some kids ain't got no guidance, and it's like you got followers.
It's just guidance. I don't think they're not born bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even when people say, "Oh, Mavis, you work with bad kids," I don't work with bad kids at all. None of my kids in my program and our program are bad kids. They may have a story that's not like yours to tell, or they may come from a bad situation, and that's why this program is here, is to step in and not take over the parents' job, but to walk alongside them and guide them through whatever it is that they need, because we're not just here for the children, we are also here for the parents, because we can't fix the kids and not fix the parents.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you're right.
It really rolls downhill.
Right.
And sometimes you're going to get parents that are on board, and sometimes you're not. But it's okay. That's why we have this thing that we call relentless engagement. And that's us. We're going to keep pushing and pushing. We're going to keep reaching out. We're going to keep trying to see what it is that we can do to get these kids where they need to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to always be there for the parents as well. We want to fix the household, not just the child. You know, so that's one of our biggest things.
So that's where the problem starts.
And what's the youngest age frame that y'all take?
13.
Okay, so it's teenage.
Starting at 10.
Yes.
Yeah, because they
We started
teenagers the
at
ones that, yeah. So a lot of kids be having those behavior problems. Some kids do be having ADHD though.
That's
Some kids do be having some real problems. 'Cause I done seen
But
some kids with behavior problems in elementary school, and I'm like, boy, you need
they
some
do.
medicine.
I wish we
And-
could get them as young as that. You know, it's just a capacity type
yeah.
thing too. We're a small team,
Yeah.
but we do big things. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I got
so
you.
we work with what we got.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we will be blessed in the near future to have a bigger team, and we can go as low as possible and as high, because you know we got them through 25, and but they're always gonna be a hope dealer no matter what.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so you went off.
What went on?
No, I'm just saying, I'm going through the steps. You went off. You experienced some traumatic situations during your time that could have been life-changing. And then you get out, and all these numbers and dates are so sacred to you. Now you get out, you have children now.
yes,
You have your children, boys,
2
girls.
boys and 1 girl.
Okay, so you have your children, you become a hope dealer. When choosing to become a hope dealer, first of all, explain to the viewers, what is a hope dealer?
A hope dealer is somebody who wants to see change in the community. Our community, we are here for our brown boys and girls, and we're leaders. A hope that you have to be a leader, and you have to want to see the change in order to be the change as well. So pretty much that's why I tell people all the time, I'm a hope dealer because I'm in the midst of the fight every single day. Boots are on the ground every day. You can't be scared to go out there and fight for what you want. You want change? You got to go out there and change it. So I feel like that's what made me a hope dealer. Like you can be a hope dealer because you want to see change, or you know what I'm saying, or it could be other things. But for us, like, we're fighting against gun violence every single day. We're fighting to change the narrative for our babies every single day, in the homes, for them, in the community. And we're all, what's unique about us, we're all from the hood. So
all don't live that life.
We don't all live,
Yeah.
so we live in a place of resonance for the kids.
Right.
The kids understand us and we understand them. And that's probably make my job the easiest.
It is.
Yeah.
It does. Because
It does.
you don't want to hear from nobody really ain't doing.
Oh, we
Or
say it
been
all
what you
the
been
time. We say it all the time, but we know that. We know who we dealing with. We know who we working with. So and we funny about who we bring in.
Right.
Those our kids.
You have to be.
We're funny about who we bring in. A lot of people inquire. You get what I'm saying? But we can't just say, oh, such and such from this program or this organization want to come in and talk to our kids. We already know who we're working with,
Right.
who we dealing with, and we know that if they can't understand who you are and they can't, you know what I'm saying, resonate with you, you're not gonna get anywhere with them. So we picky and funny about who we let in that circle with them because we're their safe space.
Right.
So we gotta bring nothing but people like us in their space as well,
Right.
because they trust us. And we
Right.
don't want to break that trust.
At the end of the day, y'all, they don't open up certain
Yeah.
things that they have not even told their best friend and family.
Right.
So it's secretive right there. So I got to trust you
It's
with sending me
sacred.
somebody else.
Right. So we won't just let anybody in
Right.
our meetings and stuff like that, because once you already fighting to build that trust up with them
Yeah.
babies. And when we doing our circle and they're opening up, they might shut down because they're not familiar and they don't understand you. They feel like you don't understand them.
Yes.
So we know who to bring in and we know what to bring to the forefront when we dealing with them.
Listen, you guys. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we get back, we are going to tear into what Mavis just spoke on. Stay tuned. Be right back.
Unless we give them one. Late breaking news in West Palm Beach, where 4 people were shot today.
This all happened on 19th Street near Division Avenue, where a different shooting took place just a few weeks ago.
One man was pronounced dead at the scene. Another was a trauma transport who has now died at the hospital. Police say he was a juvenile, 18-year-old, a recent graduate. A car drove by as the 4 men were walking down the road and shot at them with a weapon that looked like an assault rifle.
The shooting last Wednesday marked the 13th and 14th homicides in the city this year. One of the victims was 19-year-old Johnny Davis.
Every time you see him, he had a smile on his face.
One thing I could say, he was a good boy.
I don't know what happened. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You're not just taking someone who doesn't matter from every family, you're breaking our family.
It's just so sad that he had to be killed out here. He didn't really get to live the rest of his life yet.
We have to put an end to it. There are some things we can't help and some things we can. The killing of our young brothers and sisters, it ends today because a new day starts for our community. We who live in this community are going to have to lead the change in this community. My dream is everywhere that you see a dope dealer on the corner standing next to him, you see a hope dealer. Someone there dealing hope and speaking life to those children.
Opinion of the day. I strongly and truly will never agree or understand why they allow white police officers to have authority in the hood. I do not care. I feel like if you grew up in a white area and you lived your life in a white area all your life, and then you get a gun and a badge because you went to class for a little while, and then you get put in an atmosphere, in a culture, environment that you don't understand, you're never going to understand. And you're going to react in fear. I don't feel comfortable anytime. I don't wave or anything. I don't want y'all riding through our neighborhoods. I done had a great chance to live in black, white, Mexican. I done lived in rich gated communities, the projects, and I've lived in the hood, I've lived in the country, I've lived on the ocean. I have had my fair share of locations, and I'm telling you, black judges should be with black criminals, white judges should be with white criminals, white officers should be in white neighborhoods, black officers, brown officers should be in brown neighborhoods. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments below. Opinion.
I agree. I feel the same way all the time.
I'm gonna say, like, as far as before, that brings like the division between the white and black communities. Like, I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, too, you got some cops who've been in school, had a hard time and stuff like that too, and they ain't have like the silver spoon in their mouth or whatever, and they're able to relate. It's one white man, I can't think of his name. He's a bald guy. I want to say his name, Jason. But he works in the hood, and he's viral.
Mr. Norman.
Oh, okay.
Officer Norman.
Okay.
Yeah.
He always showed love to the black community. Like, it's crazy. And they love that man. They protect that man. I think he was raising a baby, a little kid or something one day or something. That's how I found him one time. And that's why I said, like, with her, I don't really agree with that, because you got some people who are here who is trying to help our kids as well, too. But you got the ones that don't care about us. Them the ones that don't need to be over here. If they getting too many accusations on them, get them up out of here.
Yeah, we already divided, so you might as well just let us go ahead and live our life, and they need to go ahead and live theirs. At the end of the day, that's just how I'm feeling. I'm being so serious. Give us back our land, because this is ours, and take their behind back to wherever they came from.
I did see somebody on social media a couple of weeks ago said, I think we should have just stayed segregated.
Yeah.
It would have been easier for us.
And I'm so serious right now, how everything going, leave us alone.
I think a lot of us would have lived.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I think a lot of us would have lived. A lot of us would have lived, because at the end of the day, you got some brothers, you won't go to jail, but you lived.
Right.
You ain't get all bust up with them bullets. You lived. You went to the chain gang, but you lived. They're not giving us chances to live, because they're already kind of like demasculating the man anyway, so they feel like, oh, they got authority. You got authority somewhat, but then when they do the man like that, it's like they want to say sir and this and that. Man, you was not my father. I mean, you ain't say sir to my daddy.
You know, we're talking about trust, and you guys are dealing with children that are very sensitive in that area. They have, I don't want to put anything on people, but it's hard for them to trust the people in their family circle, and to have to trust a cop that is not the same skin tone as you, that you know has a bad repertoire, because the streets talk. They know what cops are not good, because it's the same cops patrolling the neighborhood. So they're talking to each other. They know who's a good cop, bad cop, nasty cop, dirty cop. You know, how do you guys bring officers in to speak with them? Do you guys choose them selectively, or you guys just
I'm
stay
trying to mess with no police. She's shaking her head. No,
we have.
She's shaking her head like.
It is not because we don't deal with them, because we do build our own relationship with law enforcement. You know, because we need them in certain ways.
Right.
So we do have our own personal relationships with law enforcement. We do not bring law enforcement, just bring them in around, or like just to the kids, because again, the dynamic of the kids that we're working with, we don't want to break that trust. We have a very fine line with those that you're walking. And it is, and even with the law enforcement, we all like to laugh, always like to laugh and say, you know, we got to deal with the kids feeling like we the police, and we got to deal with the police feeling like we are criminals, because we are working so closely with kids that they feel are criminals, or kids that they feel are troubled, or the next person they trying to get convicted of something. So it's a very fine line. We do keep those relationships pretty separate, or whatever. We use them if we need them. We've never ever, since I've been with the program, which is 10 years, had to use no type of law enforcement, anything for any of our kids personally. Do they have run-ins with them? Yes, they do. And that's why we're there to help and guide. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to, because we do have some parents that are not there to step in at that moment. And that's what we're here for. So we have a fine line where we have to build trust on both ends.
Right.
We need the police to trust us, and we need our kids to trust us. So we keep them separate.
Right. I love that.
Do y'all go to schools? Like, do y'all go to the, not like as far as like to speak, like y'all students? What y'all call them students? What do y'all call them to y'all?
Mentees.
Oh, y'all mentees?
Yes.
Do y'all go to their school?
Yes.
Like, as far as, let's say you have your own 6 or 7 kids.
Yeah, we have our own caseloads.
So you can go to the school, pop in on them, see what they got going on. Okay.
That's
We
nice.
get to pull them out. We are contracted with Palm Beach
Oh
County
my
School.
God.
Okay, I
Thank
love
you
that.
so much, Ricky. Thank
I love
you.
that, because I'm like, wait a minute, they go to the, what's the facility?
Yeah, we meet with them at the facility in
Yeah.
Riviera Beach.
But see, that school make it so personal.
Oh, the school is
Oh,
personal.
you come to come see me?
And that's just how we just build, we build those relationships, even with the schools. So they know who we are when we come. They
Yeah.
already know certain schools. We have like a whole group of kids go there. They know which kids we're coming to pull out, and then they try to give us kids, and like, kind of, you know, like, they think they can skip the whole process. But
They say, huh?
Yeah,
We
like, oh, we
got
got
some more
these
for
other
you.
kids that we think y'all should work.
That is funny. They try to help y'all out at the same time. They trying to get help too.
Okay,
But
because
we
they.
are in the schools. We're heavy in the schools. So
That's what's
Okay.
up.
that's a blessing for us and the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because they want to be out of class for a little bit anyway.
Okay.
They be prolonging they talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ricky said you can't trust everybody, but parents need to find somebody, because children need to know that there are adults outside of their parents that can and will speak into their lives. Has there ever been, which I know it has, those moments when you guys lose a child that you have mentored? What is that process like?
It's like losing your own child. I mean, that is very hard for us. As you know, we did lose one last year. August will be a year.
I remember.
We lost Tayshawn to gun violence.
Wow.
And that was one of the hardest things I've dealt with since I've been working with them. And he was actually my mentee. And we were really, really close. And I know everybody like to say the same thing when somebody died, but he really was one of the good ones. You know what I'm saying? So that's really hard. And it's something we have to, as a whole, try to bounce back from. We gotta now put everything on hold, because we gotta get these babies together. That's their friend.
Right.
You know, we got little, like, that's their homeboy. We meet up with these kids every week, even if they're not from the same hood or they don't go to the same school. That meeting on Wednesdays bring them together.
Right.
So that's just really, really hard to deal with. We work through it together like a family. It's not even like, oh, well, y'all mentee, like, we got to go get these kids together. And thankfully, we had Doug Lawson last year, and he gathered us up, and we were able to get group therapy and counseling for the kids. And like for a few weeks, we just didn't do the group.
Big up to our mayor.
To give them time, you
Yeah,
know,
to grieve,
give them
yeah.
time to grieve and stuff like that. And we lost another one a year prior to that, but it wasn't to gun violence. She was in an accident. But it's just really, really hard. And it's like trying to get back to work, and you still got to be there for the other mentees as well. You you're grieving, they're grieving.
Yeah,
you're
y'all
there
all
for the
grieving.
family, like the family is grieving. So it's like a whole slew of things that you're dealing with at once. And it's hard because those other kids, you might have kids that didn't have a relationship with them, and they still need you for something else.
Right.
For
And you have
other
to be able
things.
to
You still have to
accommodate.
be able to accommodate everybody still, so it's really hard. You're never not going to get close to those kids.
Right.
I don't care. The hardest of the hardest ones, they're going to soften up somewhere down the line and become like your own baby. And Tayshawn was one of those
Your
ones.
baby.
So that was one of the hardest things.
Wow.
Because I know, and we spoke with Ricky before, when the tragic death of his niece, like you said, you guys have to come together collectively to help each other get through the grieving process. But do you guys, when you lose someone, do you feel like you failed them, or do you guys kind of bounce back fairly quickly?
I feel like, personally for me, I do feel, you're going to feel that a little bit. You're going to feel some type of like, where did we mess up at? Especially with if it's gun violence. Because this is what we do. We're a gun violence awareness mentor program. So when it happens, it's like, okay, now we feel like we got to rewind where we messed up at. What step did we miss along the way? Like, did we not push it hard enough? Were we not going in on them a good, like, what do we got to do? Like, do we start, now we need to start from square A and maybe change the curriculum up a little bit or go harder or something. But in reality, it's never our fault. It's never anybody's fault. You get what I'm saying? Things happen, and sometimes you just gotta wear it. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing and one of the hardest things I always say, I like to laugh and joke about it with my colleague D. I always say, because we struggle sometimes with a lot of them, you know, reeling them back in. I always say, you know, every kid we touch is not going to be a success story, and that's the hardest thing that we have to deal with, knowing we're going to go with our hardest. But everybody's not going to come out as this big success story and they did all these great things. And that's a struggle in itself. So I did beat myself up a little bit about it, and I think we all did as a whole, only because he got killed the same night that we had just left group.
Wow. Dang.
And it was in the summer, and all our last summer, we were pushing our workshop about being safe in these streets. And gun violence awareness is like the main thing. And literally, that's what we pushed all summer, and the weekend before school started, that week before, and that's when he got killed. So we wore that, and it was hard, like, and it was such a great group that night. It was like a great group that night. So we just, as the team itself, we just couldn't understand how and why.
Y'all had a good time, and look what happened.
Yeah,
But it wasn't to understand how and why, because you have to understand he's in the group, but the ones that his little enemies are not in that group.
And that's
so
what
they
we have
gonna
to deal
still
with.
come get him regardless if he trying to change it. Not if I want you, I'm gonna get you.
Right.
So you can't put that on y'all self like that all the time. You gotta
But
understand this.
you
gonna do it, but you gotta kind of hurry up and twist.
And I'm like, and then, do you know how you always say, and not even being like funny, but we know who we dealing with, even with our own kids, our own family members. You know how you can say, if it was such and such, I could probably understand.
Right.
But with him, I don't understand. And that's what I feel like the team kind of beat ourselves up about just a little bit about it, because it was like he never gave us problems. He was kind of like grandfathered in the program versus one of the ones we got in the program because he was getting in trouble or had those type of charges. So it's hard.
Do you think children have, like, I don't want to say like a split personality, but you know, a way that they perform or behave in front of you guys, and then when they get home and in the streets, it's a different?
100%. We talk to them all the time about their real self and their ideal self. Which one you being with us? You being your ideal self, like this who you want us to think you are, so you being your ideal self, the good kid, the ones yes ma'am, no sir, and stuff like that. But the real you are probably, when you get off that van, that's probably who you really are. And we're okay with that, because that's what we're there for. We're there to change the narrative. But we know that we can tell. We can tell, like, that's not who he really is. But we want to get you to your ideal self. So be your real self when you're with us. So then we know how to navigate, and we know how to work through it to get you to who you're acting like, who you're showing us we want you to be. But if you're not there yet, it's okay. Be exactly who you are. Because we're going to come in as authentic as you could get. And that's how I feel like we get their trust. Because we don't go in there, we ain't coming in to work with suits and ties on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in as Mavis. Straight out of Pleasant City. No sugarcoating.
Right.
Same with Ricky, Norm, D, and Shaquoia. And we just give it to them blood raw. So we really try to push them to be who they really are when they're with us. So when we gotta back y'all up out there in the streets, we ain't backing up nobody who we really don't know.
Right.
We want to be able to say, no, I know him, and this is not who you are trying to make him out to be.
Right. So, what type of activities and things do you guys do to try to keep these kids on the straight and narrow, that, you know, to show them that it's more out there besides violence and guns and bad influence?
What we do once a month, we do an out of hood experience.
Okay.
Which we do it with one of our partners. He come work with one of our volunteers, Chad. We love him. And Chad, he's just as sweet as he want to be. So we do an out of hood experience every month, which we take them to do something that they probably wouldn't normally do. You know, we go canoeing, hiking, take them on field trips and stuff of that nature that they probably won't do. You know, like
outside of the box. Yeah, that's different.
Something
for them,
outside of the box. Yoga.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite ones. The yoga night.
That'd be so funny seeing kids doing that.
Yeah. So like we do it with them. Mindfulness. It's out of hood experience / mindfulness. So we have Chad come in every month and we figure out what it is, what we're gonna do this month. You know, it's like every last Wednesday of the month or something like that. We do something with them different that they're not used to. Take them out of the norm. You know, I did a surfing class with my girls a couple years ago. Surfing class, and they ended up liking
you know how to surf.
I don't know how to surf.
You heard the thing, class.
It was a class, but they got me out there on that surfboard.
Listen,
and they loved it.
I tried to do the one at the rapids.
Take them canoeing and stuff. They're not normally doing that.
Listen, I tried to do the little surfing thing at the rapids. That did not work out too well for me, because as soon as I tried to get up, that thing said,
you got to have balance.
Listen, that's why we had to come. Listen, I'm not going out there by myself, but we had some great coaches. And the girls, at first, you bring it to the table, and we're like, that's why we try not to turn everything down. Like, oh, they're not going to like that. Oh, no, they're not going to. Because you never know.
Different, yeah.
You never know. You should see them. I mean, like, sometimes Ricky will upload, like, the yoga classes and everything. They enjoy it.
Yes.
They enjoy it. Sometimes D-Ray, he'll lead if Chad's not there, but for the most part, we have Chad come in, and he lead the session. They have them with their headphones on, with meditating music in their ears, and it just calms them and just take them out of space for a little while. You know, and then we always do an end of your field trip or something. We take them out of town, take them to Orlando to a theme park, a water park, or something like that. Okay. Just get them from around here. Like, get them from around here. And just,
Have you guys ever had any mentees turn into mentors?
Absolutely. We have a leadership program. So we do have a few. We have a couple of them, Javen and John. They actually just moved to Texas, though. Oh, wow. So they're doing bigger and better things.
That's nice.
So
they made it out the hood.
They were one of our long-term mentees. We saw them grow so much from just being bad trouble, you know, whatever you want to call them, and we just saw them blossom, graduate high school, start working, and all of that. Good. And then they ended up being mentors to some of them, like little brothers. And
that's nice.
And they just moved maybe about a month ago, and they're living together over there and stuff. So we still have some leaders now, and they'll be doing the same thing.
So that's stuck with them kids. I love that. It's stuck with them. Yes. Because they're going to make sure they change for the other youth. So they did a beautiful thing. And they went out of state to do it.
Yes, they moved out of state. That was good.
They can't forget about Florida, so they're going to tell them about their experience, and then they just expanding it. Yeah,
hopefully we be coming over there to do some hope dealing stuff over there.
That'd be nice too. Yeah, to travel.
So you guys, please make sure that you check out the Hope Dealers. On the screen, you see their information. Bringing good to the hood is their slogan. Support the mission. Rep the movement. Let's keep our youth free and alive beyond 25.
I know that's right.
Okay. Their website is www.innercityinnovators.org/donate. Visit their website. You know, go through their page. They're always looking for donations. Contact Mr. Ricky Akins. He's here in the comments. Ricky, if you want to drop anything in the comments that they can click on, or a link or anything, please do so. You guys, please, please, please support this movement. This is one of the greatest programs going on in Palm Beach County.
Especially for the youth.
I said in Palm Beach County, not just West Palm, Riviera, Delray, no, in Palm Beach County. Get at them. This is a wonderful program. If anybody has any troubled children that they are raising, that they may know about, contact them. Ricky is always willing to help. You guys see Miss Mavis here. This is my first time actually meeting, sitting down and talking with her, and she's just such the bubble that I thought that she was going to be. So you guys, make sure that you reach out to them, help support this program, let them keep going. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, y'all already know it's time for some chit-chat.
Let's talk about it.
We'll be right back.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy DJ Man. Y'all wanna know what it is, man. I want y'all to get at me, man. My brand new live podcast. We live every Monday night, 8 p.m. right here on UGTv. That's underground television with you control. My brand new show airing every Monday night at 8 p.m. We all the way live. But I'm talking about great vibe, great music, great energy, man. We do it strictly for the hood. We'll boss the real thing, man. They get it. We up one. Yeah. Y'all already know I do it for the hood. The voice of the streets.
I do it for they hood. It's understood. I do it for the hood.
They get it. Yeah.
Think about this, what I'm finna say, right? You could never change a generational curse as long as you're busy trying to please the generation that's cursed.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow.
A cursed generation, bro, don't know no better. This is why you are a non-player character.
That's a good one. That's
right?
a good one.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You cannot change a generation that's cursed as long as you're busy trying to please the generation that's cursed.
Yeah.
They don't know no better.
Ooh, that was deep.
Okay, because a lot of these children, a lot of us as adults, are dealing with generational curses.
Oh, yes.
What is a generational curse? It keeps going from one set of children to the next set of children to the next set, and it's just going to keep going. It's going to keep trickling down the family.
There's no changes. None. When there's no changes of trying to do the right things, like everybody going wrong, everybody going left. It's like, okay, well, who going to be the adult here? And it's crazy because you got grown people. And it's like, you know red and blue, you know right and wrong, but you choose not to do it. So a lot of people don't care if they change or not. I'm not one of those people. You can't just sit, it's just like being the same thing, the same person you was last year. Be better than you was last year. You learn different things every day. You want to open your eyes to bigger and greater things. Like some people be mad in the morning. You woke up this morning. What are you so mad for?
Grateful.
I understand life ain't always what you want it to be, but at the same time, too, you can't wake up every morning with this demeanor like you mad at the world. You got to learn to live a little bit, open up. That's why I pray, because you got to open up, man.
On that note, they have people that can break it. But you have to understand that you have to go through that healing, that dark stage. Yeah. And when you go through that dark stage, you have to understand that you're going to lose family. You're going to lose friends. Sometimes you're damn near be about to lose your own mind. But you have to pray and fight through it. You can break it. But are you willing to understand that you're going to stand alone? And are you ready to stand alone?
That's deep.
That's when you get through everything. That's true.
You got to sacrifice some in your life. You better sacrifice good sacrifices, I would say. Regardless of what it is, as long as the good ones, not the bad ones.
How you feel about it, Ms. Mavis? Because a lot of these children are suffering from generational curses. A lot of people have a lot of things and traits about them that they just can't even help because it was passed down from 4 or 5 generations before them, and they're just, like you said, a product of their environment.
Yes, I feel like we deal with that a lot, especially with the kids that we work with. A lot of them, they're just stuck. So I don't feel like a lot of things that they bring to the table or a lot of things that they do is really their fault. I feel like our program is literally a second chance. There's no judgment there because we're going to get to the bottom of it, if anything, you know, because we don't, oh no, he's just bad, I don't want to, we don't do that because we know it's coming from somewhere. So it's coming from maybe the parents, they are there and they don't know how to break that. So we got to dig deeper and then that's when we go to them. What is it that we can do for y'all? And then that's when you start finding out things and this is just all we know. And so they taught it to their kids and that's how their kids are dealing with it and everything. So we just hope and pray to be that last stop.
Right.
Because we are we are like a grassroots. You know what I'm saying? We're not up here. Our program, we work from the bottom up. So yeah, we're gonna get your kids first and then we're gonna figure out what's going on or try. And if they open up enough to let us know, it's something deeper than me just getting in trouble in school. And then you have those parents, some of them, they don't even, their kids are saving them. Right. So their kids are about to be the ones to break it because they found somebody like us to put a stop to it. And then sometimes we can break those parents in. Yeah. And then it stops right there. But it trickles down. Especially like this generation, like my generation. I feel like, I don't know about y'all, but I came from the parents being on drugs and, you know what I'm saying, we just sitting around, we see people smoking crack all day, seeing people getting killed, and it's just normal. And it's up to us to say, okay, I don't know, I don't want to be the mama on drugs. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kids seeing somebody walking around with a needle, walking around with a pipe and all that. What can I do to break it? So then they don't have to deal with it. Right. And sometimes, but it's the community, like, that's why we gotta go in there and just fix it ourselves. Ain't nobody coming to save us.
But we also got to understand, I don't like the word bad. You know that. I don't like it. I see them as protecting themselves. That's all they know.
That's all they know.
Protect themselves. They're not being bad. They're learning how to protect themselves because nobody actually showed them. A lot of kids don't have that parent to protect them. Right. So that's all they know is this is how I protect myself. If I got to get it by grind, that's how I survive.
They're living in survival mode.
Yes.
A lot of them are living in survival mode, and it's not their fault.
It's not.
It's not their fault.
I don't say bad. I say if they under 13, I still say that. If they between 10, I'm gonna just say it this way. 10 and under, I call them busybody. Leave them turn on their busybody. They're trying to find a way. Yeah. 12 and up, they're protecting themselves, and this is the only way they know how. Until somebody can get in and understand exactly what they're going through and really listen to them, that's what they're going to do. You definitely got to listen. Yeah. You got to listen. These babies have to have a voice. If they don't have a voice, then they don't have an opinion. Then they don't. They have to be able to do that. And a lot of them come from homes that they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard. And they don't want to open up to us. And we got to break that ice one way or another. But it gets done because we're going to keep pushing, not aggravating them like open up, because they're going to, once they see it and they know that they're surrounded by people that really care, it's just going to happen.
You got to baby step it.
Just baby step it, you know?
Well, generational curses, somebody has to break them. Yeah. Be that trendsetter in your family and break them.
And you're going to know it because you're going to feel different from them. You're going to feel different from them. Everything they do is going to irritate you. Dang, well, you're going to feel like, I don't even feel like this is my family. You know who you are. But are you willing to be the one that actually do it?
That make the change. It's time to break every chain. But listen, you guys, on to our next Chick Chat topic. We're going to roll this video, and we want to know who is wrong, the husband or the wife. We'll be right back.
Tell me what's wrong with that. Give it back to me now. Give that back to me now. That is my ex-husband. Give it back to me right now. Give it back.
I told you. No, I told you not to bring the urn in the house. You can take it to your mother's house.
I don't don't care what you think. I have a special place. He is not in the way. It's a special place in the house for you. Won't even know that it's there. That is my ex-husband's ashes. That is my ex-husband's ashes. Give it back right now. Right now. That is not disrespect. If it's my ex-husband, I don't see anything wrong with it. Give it back now. Give it back. It is not disrespectful. So what does that mean? Yes, I'm married. Yes, we have vows, but we had vows as well. So that is my ex-husband. It's just his ashes. He's gone. Like, what is the problem? There's no problem. He's gone. Like, really? Really? What are you doing? Give it back. What are you doing? Give it back. Give it back now. Give what? I know you're not about. I know you're. Put that top back on. I know you're not. Put it on. My God.
Both of them was wrong.
Why you say that?
Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out why he even let a dead man get up under his skin still, which is ridiculous. But he was wrong for pouring them out. At the end of the day, he was wrong for pouring them out. I would have told her, okay, this is my last time telling you to get these up out of our house. And she was just dead wrong for disrespecting him.
If he already stated that he didn't want him there.
Yeah,
She had a someone like on the shelf or something.
But that doesn't matter. You're married. You done moved on. He's dead. Okay. And if
So she's just supposed to.
I just put it in my closet.
They
I
don't
ain't
even
throwing
have
nothing away. I put it in
kids
my
together, so it's
closet
not
and
even
somewhere
like-
in a hidden space in the shoebox.
No. I'm gonna have that. I ask my mama or somebody handle that for me, or a sister. Or
But what if
I
she
give it
really
back to
loved
his family?
her
It
ex-husband?
don't matter. You married. You moved on. Why are you bringing?
But
you
but
can
he's
pass those
dead.
on to
What
the
is he
family.
gonna do?
That's why I said he letting something get up under him.
But do they got
me
children?
personally-
Was she
no,
keeping it
and
for
that's
the
what you
kids?
heard. No, that's what you heard.
But
We
she
don't even
probably
have
was
kids.
deeply in love
Oh,
with
she
her.
don't have kids?
No, she don't even have kids with him. So now, if it was kids there, cause that's what you, if you were listening, you'd have heard it. If it was kids there, now he may would allow it. You understand? But you don't have that.
That probably was the love of her life.
I was gonna say we never know how he treated her at the end of the day, so maybe that was something that she had to hold on to.
I don't think
Who
he should have
knows?
poured them out. That was just.
I want to pour them
Pouring
out.
him out is, that's
I
why I
wanna
said he
pour
was
them
dead
out.
wrong for pouring them out. But at the end of the day, like he said, you could have took him to your family or gave him back to his
But you
family.
got to be saying, don't bring that over here. You never know, cause he ain't gonna put nobody in my house. No, he ain't coming over. Don't put that in here.
That's what I'm saying. So and I wouldn't do it, and I'm not gonna allow the next person to do it. You're
I'm
not
gonna put mine. If he mess around and leave here and put it in the closet in my shoebox. I ain't gotta worry about taking it to nobody's house. Yeah, I'ma hide it.
Well, I
If you know
was
how
thinking
your
she
you know how
had
your
it.
spouse is.
Yeah, I don't think
Why
she
would
had
you allow him to keep seeing this?
That's true.
You're
That's what
triggering
I'm
him.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's
Don't
like,
trigger nobody. Just
She
put it
said she had a
up.
special place.
because it's like
It wasn't
I
too
don't
special because he
mess-
found it.
She had a special
No,
place
she
for
had
it
a
too.
special place
In the
right there so
grass.
they can see it. No,
Yeah, he had a special place too.
but look, at the end of the day, it's still on the property.
It's still on the property. Yeah. Now you done buried him back there in y'all yard.
She should go back there and have a ceremony for him just for doing
All
that.
she gotta do is go sit right out there. We pour the ashes at, and she's still out there with her.
He fertilized at this point.
Yes.
He didn't think that one through.
But
I wonder why the grass getting so green back there.
That girl gonna so high up in that area.
I'm telling you,
gonna be
right
bad.
So bad. I hope she didn't call the police later on in that video.
Yeah, cause he can go to jail for that.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Pour out ashes like that.
You can get locked up, baby. That's time.
What kind of charge is that?
I don't think it's a misdemeanor
It's
because
one
they
of-
already
oh, it's
did.
a
I
felony.
think it's
It's
up in the felony area. Yeah, baby, you go to jail.
That's why
I
she was
didn't know
recording
that.
him.
And probably
She was recording him. See, she was recording him, and she kept saying no, like fighting him to tell him no, and he did it anyway. And then he laughing, like he's smirking.
She's probably gonna leave him after that.
I will.
That probably really hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt
That
it.
would have hurt.
But again, you never know what their relationship was. Even though he probably wasn't that man for her because she moved on. Apparently, you never know how he was. If he's sick and he left a
No,
certain
he
way.
did. That mean that
No,
mean
I'm
she
saying
was, with her until he.
No, what I'm saying is we never know how he treated her. That's what I'm saying. She had to love this man for her to still have his ashes. That's all I'm saying. Cause ain't no way nobody gonna have somebody ashes they don't love. That don't make no damn sense.
So mama leave it right there. Y'all keep that shit.
I'm straight. Give him to his mom.
Yeah, give.
So we're not keeping the ashes.
Depending on who it is.
Depending on who it is.
Baby, I ain't.
And I'm hiding in the
keeping it
shoebox. Don't even go in there messing with the shoebox.
Yeah, hide it. But see, she had a whole other little shelf over there, probably decorated with some.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had it
She
exposed.
had a whole memorial. She had flowers and all
They
that.
got a whole special place over
Got
there
an
for him.
obituary sitting next to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Then you never know when his day come around for his death date or something, or his birthday, she might go to crying or something. And he like, man, we ain't finna keep dealing with this.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you think about it, of course she see it, of course she gonna have flashbacks. He in the house. So he like, he's tired of this. He was tired of that. He was tired of that. He was
at the house now.
He was
on the property.
Is he on the lease?
Right.
He is not.
Okay. He forever there.
Okay.
He's embedded.
I'm telling you, deep.
Like, he ain't
in the
did
roots,
nothing,
literally.
That's crazy.
Okay, well. I don't know, y'all.
Wait, be some crazy stuff happen. You would think that I ain't never seen that before.
The ashes get up.
I ain't
on
never
the
seen.
skin.
You would see
God
family
damn.
members probably arguing, but a new couple, a newly married couple arguing about an ex. I ain't never ever seen that before.
Well, listen.
Wow.
Ladies, don't keep the ashes.
Depending on who it is.
Don't keep the ashes. Don't bring it in
go-
the house.
just
You can keep it. Don't bring it in the house. If you move on, yeah, don't.
But I mean, I don't.
So I'm about to go
your
rent a
mama
store
would
to
want
put the
to
ashes
keep
in
the
there.
I
That's
can't
my
rent a
foot.
store. You have
I ain't buying
family.
no. People don't want no dead body in their
Some
house.
people have kids, but they just didn't have none. But you
can't trust
you
everybody
know
with
that
that.
man didn't want it. You could have took his back. You could have gave it to his mama. We don't
She
even know
could have
she
just
was
took
being
and
nasty.
got her a little necklace and
You
put
never
it
did.
on
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah.
and give the rest to us.
Wait, all of oh yeah, they got
Not
a
all
little
of
piece
them,
of
just a
it.
little piece of
Yeah.
I
it.
love it, yeah.
Just a little.
I don't want no dead man around my neck.
Me either, but I'm just.
She ain't gotta
She
wear it all
could've
the
put
time.
it
She
and
can
just
take
put
it
it
off
in the
when
Like
box.
a little jury box or something.
Yeah, had it still had it there, but come on, you could have gave that to his mama, sister, daddy, cousin, somebody.
Oh well, I guess we're not keeping the ashes.
They in New York, you can't keep.
They kept.
Anywho, let's do one more Chick Chat topic and we're gonna close out.
All right.
We'll be right back. It's the Chick Chat Show.
That women do give you a lot of chances. True. If she really, really like you or got love for you, she'll give you a lot of chances. But when she decides that it's over, that she done, that she's checked out, you ain't met a person more ruthless in this world. I swear. She'll go from treating you like my soulmate to a stranger on the street that she's never met in her life before. All that access you had before, gone. All that, texting back real quick paragraphs and pictures and all of that, turning to left on red. All of that, all right, I'm gonna pull up, turn into I'm busy. You understand? Like, see you out, you go in for a hug, she'll stop you and give you a handshake. Like, women are diabolical, bro, when it comes to, okay, I'm done. I'm checked out of this. I done gave you 7 chances and you done failed me every time. I'm done. I'm checked out. Once she gets to that point.
Okay, so why do we become diabolical, ladies?
How we in love?
No, that's when we out of love. He said once we are done, we're done, and we become diabolical.
When you get tired, you get tired.
You still be
When
in
you're
love,
fed
though.
up, you're fed up. I mean, at the end of the day, enough is enough. And there's only so many things a woman gonna be able to take or a man be able to take. I ain't taking too much. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're not gonna keep on whooping me down and not being encouragement and uplifting and cheating on me. That don't even feel right. It doesn't feel good to get cheated on continuously. If you get cheated on continuously, I think you need to leave. Because obviously you're not it.
It ain't even always cheating. It's just the disrespect, not communicating, the lack of all of that.
I'm gone.
Everything is not cheating. If you lack in communication,
But he
with
said
me,
cheating. He said women are forgiving. So he said something about cheating.
Yeah.
A lot of men do a lot of cheating. And you got a lot of women who do a lot of forgiving. So that's on.
It's not the other way around though.
Oh no,
it's
it'll
not.
never be the other way around.
Some men, they can't take that heartache.
They'll
and that's
never
why
take
they
it.
None of them.
They'll
Yeah.
never take
They
it.
cannot take you.
Because I heard a man say, like, I guess what they envision, it hurts them.
Shit, we vision.
That's
What the hell you trying to say? I'm
hello. We envision the same. That's the thing. We go through the same process.
Because
In
our
their
shit,
mind.
we vision. And how
We
many
go
you
through
know
the
what
same
they call me?
process.
And then the faces that they got.
Yeah.
Child, we detectives. We done find out who she is, what she say, how many kids she got, what she eat. We don't.
Look, she say what she eat.
I've been all on her
Yeah,
past
yeah. That's what I'm saying. We done found. Yes, we done. Y'all know we are
click,
detectives.
I'll end
Come
up
on now.
10 pages down the line.
Okay. Know it
No,
all.
none of y'all.
Know her family history.
Yeah.
If you over there hanging with the family down, which sister cousin, you over there liking to my sister's cousin.
Okay.
Like, we don't vision everything.
Everything.
All you vision is that little thing on went in my pocketbook. That's the only thing you vision, but we don't vision the whole thing, because half of them be in a whole different relationship. Well, what they say, double life?
Double life.
Yeah, double life.
Come on now, so be for real. Our vision is way farther than y'all, so get it together.
I mean, the part that I don't like about what he said and the way that a lot of men think is the fact that it's our reaction to their action, and then they like to say, oh, well, she checked out.
I did.
You're the reason for the checkout. Yep. So if you know that you don't want your partner or your spouse to check out, why do what you do?
Because they want me to check out.
You must do it.
Like I said, love,
it's the thrill.
And I want somebody to love of them. I'm talking about to love of myself, because I'm walking away. I love myself more than for you to keep hurting me.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, I'm checking out.
They don't expect you to check out though. I don't think so.
Because why?
They're not.
They want
like
you
he
to
say, you
stick
forgive
around for it.
To do what? Keep disrespecting me and walking all over me?
Because you know they have an image. Like they want their women to be a certain type of way, and then they go deal with the women that they say they don't want you to be.
That's what's confusing to me.
It's like,
how you say you don't like this, but you sleeping with this?
But you sleeping with it.
Because
you don't want to all this.
Because that's exactly what they want.
You want that. You don't want a wife of those kind, but you want to go have fun.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. So why you make me switch the wig up or something and tell me to put on something different?
It ain't.
Okay.
You know, a lot of men
like y'all playing better about now, baby, because that's how I feel.
A lot of men that have come to this network, and they say it all the time, like, and even a lot of men on podcasts, they don't want the women with the BBLs.
I won't want them either. Shit. I mean, oh Lord.
They say they don't want them, but that's the same thing that they look at. They're hollering at. They're in their inboxes. You know, they're giving them the attention. But they don't want them. What a double-edged sword that is.
Because that's something they can play with and put back when they want to. Yeah. That's something they can play with and put back. That's something they can know, oh, she going to give me this and do this to me. But that other one got her feet on my neck. So let me go get a little free time over here before I go get my feet back on my neck.
But as soon as a man find out you mess around and did something, the man look better than him, he going to lose. Don't have no body on him.
It ain't even about a little better than him, baby. It's just a whole nother level on everything.
Don't let him look better than him. He got a body too.
Everything.
Money.
Everything. The whole level up on everything. He gonna lose it. Because I can go get an ugly one. Baby, mindset, heart, soul, everything sitting right, taking care of me.
Even though they stop cheating,
just stop cheating. Me on the side of them, I'm gonna have that joker looking so good to you that you really gonna be hurt.
They ain't talking about Cardi.
They ain't gotta stop.
But Cardi was in a castle.
You talking about Cardi B?
Say what?
Oh yeah, she was in the castle. I seen that.
Stephen took her to the castle.
Yeah. She said this man got me in a real castle, and she showed the video at the top of the ceiling. She was in a real castle. But her old man didn't appreciate her. He didn't appreciate her, so she had to show up, and she kept taking that same them hits back to back, and she kept having kids. I wouldn't kept having no damn children. You had one. Right there. But he kept probably apologizing and say he gonna do the right thing. Whatever. And that evidently it ain't, because she gone.
Look, I was dating one.
Now she checked out.
My little area in this little dating thing. I think that joke apologized about 5 times, and one day I said, "Baby, you apologize a little too much. I don't even want to talk to you no more." I'm so dead serious.
So everything he do, he think it's wrong.
I'm sorry. Like, bro, what? That means you gonna keep saying sorry because you gonna keep effing up. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you there.
Okay, so how many times would you ladies say you'll forgive?
In the past.
Honestly.
In the past. I'm going to pass. Now I did twice. In the past I did twice.
I play baseball.
Now I ain't going back because I ain't got time for all that. I'm too old for all that.
In the past, I've forgiven when I should have left. But
I only did 2 times. I only had 2 strikes.
You can go on about your business.
In the past,
but how many times for one person?
Oh, right now you one and done.
That's it.
But my baby daddy child took him back every time.
That's what I'm saying.
Every time.
That's why she had a number.
But now
continuous.
I ain't on that. You can just go on. Cause you ain't about to put me through the same mess.
Yeah.
That I done already told you. I done already been through. So
we don't talk about it on the level-headed level. I don't talk about it on this.
Like you
this
just
level.
grow, you grow. Cause sometimes you, especially I start having them kids, and you just wanted to work, you wanted to fix it,
right?
And all that. You don't want your kids to be in a different home and all
Damn
that.
all
but
that.
you're doing more harm than anything. Leaving, staying in it, just saying, child, please.
That be the problem. The innocent ones, you go dirty.
So innocent. Those be the ones.
Those like you ain't doing nothing, and you out here playing mind games.
Yeah.
Manipulating me, and you over here just having a whole shindig.
Baseball 3 scratch your eye. That was then. Now, like I said, you say too many stars to me, baby. It's done.
One and done.
I think I surpassed the whole overly forgiving, like.
Cause some men think you're Rashida, and then you gonna keep on going
Listen,
back. No, for real. No,
Rashida.
seriously, yeah, because she did a lot of forgiving, and she went through a lot of embarrassment. I understand marriage and all that, but baby, it's one that man don't really truly want to be with you no more. He didn't have his time. It ran its course. I don't give a damn about no business. Be business partners, but be separated.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's an excuse.
One and done.
What?
Like she just, we got this together, we got that.
Yeah, that's why she kept going. That what they built, it doesn't matter what you built.
History will have you in the messed up situation.
No, they have them messed up because I'm going split half and half, and you get your portion, I get mine. I'm gone.
Get yours, yeah, that's true.
Because that man don't appreciate her no more. He used to appreciate her, not no more.
Okay, so what about the days of fighting for your relationship? What if he made a mistake?
Who, Kurt? Who we talking about? Just in general?
In general.
It depends on what kind of mistake you made.
I don't know.
Because Kurt.
I
mean, when you go into having babies.
Kurt made a choice.
But Kurt had a baby. Like, you having baby. Like,
that ain't no mistake.
Is it a difference between just cheating and having a baby?
Yeah.
That's a whole totally different.
You having just a baby, baby, you might as well go on and build you a family.
But
that mean you was doing everything with that person.
He planned that with her, though.
With the stripper girl?
The little boy?
That's ridiculous.
He planned that. She said that one thing. Boy, you know he planned this baby.
Like, how you plan a baby with
somebody
husband?
But you know what?
What baby they do?
You got those type of females out here. They don't care about nobody married. She knew he was married. She knew who he was before she even met him.
Women are savage these days.
She left him alone. She didn't care. It's all about a meal ticket. She didn't care about being disrespected, and then when the time come about being a side piece or no good, you want to cry and get sympathy. You knew this man was married to this lady. Bull S. You knew this man was married.
Yeah, let him be the one, even if he's stuck to you, have the decency. I can't do it.
Well, they don't. I can't do it.
Well, I recently read that Mendeezy is the baby father of Erica Mina's baby.
Hold on, wait. I know you lying. Hold on, wait. You talking about the little boy legend? Is Erica Mina? You talking about Safari?
They say that that's Mendeezy's baby.
Are you serious?
Not the twins. They got twins, right?
I don't know.
No, they got
I don't know which
twins.
baby.
She had a little girl first and a little boy back to back.
I don't know which baby, but they say Mendeezy. I seen the headlines today. I seen the headlines today.
Well, when they were tricking off.
And that's the thing, like, women are messy,
but they all in that circle though. Like,
yeah,
they all got their own
and
circle.
like you know that that's Yandy's husband. So why would you even? But
Wait
people
a minute,
are ruthless.
First of all, she was married, so I'm confused. I remember when she said she was pregnant with a little boy, and he didn't want the child, and she thought it was funny, and he didn't think it was funny. So that means. She was cheating.
It's a whole lot of.
All of them cheating.
A whole lot of.
That's what
they in circles. What you talking about?
That's crazy. Dang, Erica, as much as she talked about support like a dog, and you out here tricking heifer.
She was cheating when he was cheating.
Well.
Oh my goodness, I gotta read something on this because this is crazy. I wonder what Yandy got to say.
I ain't hear that one though.
I wonder what Yandy got to say.
She really stood by him.
She was so defending her husband, and they're not even really married. They said that was a lie.
But ain't she with somebody else?
I seen that man in the picture talking about hurry up. He told her hurry up or something. He told her, he made
her hurry up and tell him that you with me.
Yeah. His demeanor was just like, I don't got time for this. And he embarrassed her because her facial expression.
Not to be married, I guess.
She need to be single.
Rich people, they be having too much money things and the husband, the wife want money. They probably
won't.
And Bambi caught up her engagement with that dude too. Remember Bambi? She caught up her engagement with that dude.
That already?
Yeah. First of all, you need to stop getting another relationship back to back. Heal first. How you gonna hop from one person to one person? You ain't even get the chance to heal.
That's what people don't take the chance to do is to heal. And then you look at Kevin Gates and Drika and
Oh my God.
and the other
They
Britney.
got divorced in what? Less than 3 months.
Just craziness.
Kevin
Kevin
Gates
Gates
and
and
that girl?
Britney.
They already divorced?
Yes, they had a month.
Wait a minute, didn't they just...
Yes.
Brittany and they divorced.
Damn, wait.
They divorced. This is the fastest divorce ever.
So they wasn't even married then.
And they ain't sitting in the
But you
process
got
long enough.
30, I think it's 30 days, 6 days you have to hurry up and
They only been married for like a month.
Hey,
they didn't even have a
Trina.
chance to get 3
So they
months.
was never married. They was never married then.
She said,
Because-
my ass go live with the person you had the baby with.
Yeah, going on over there.
Yeah. Hey, Trina.
Yeah, they were never married. I think it's 30 days up into that 60 days you have to go past. So if he hurry up and got
I
that,
think they got like 52 or something like that.
what days? That's what I'm saying. So you hurry up and get that
It was
done
very
before
short.
then. You're not going in as married.
That was very short.
You're
But see,
not
that's
going
why
in as
people-
married. That's why he probably did to make her feel good and say, let me snatch this thing back. Probably going back to his ex-wife.
He crazy. He probably crazy. That girl
Kevin
found
Gates.
out real fast.
Kevin Gates is a different type of
He's a manipulator.
human
He
being.
played with your mindset.
No,
He
she
one
got
type
what
of
she
man.
wanted.
No,
Because it was an interview. She said I wanted him.
I seen the video. She was flirting
Yes,
with him.
she said I
I think
wanted
he was
him.
sweaty or something.
She
but
got what she
at the
wanted.
end of the day, Kevin Gates is a manipulator.
She
You,
effed
all
around
of his videos,
Real
it
quick.
shows that
Wanna
he
try
just
to
played with
take
the
him for
mindset.
I think
Try to take him from
He
that
swore
girl.
he knows so much, and that would be getting on my nerves.
I
You
don't
don't know
care.
everything. He swore to God he know everything.
I used to like, he been
I don't
making
like,
me
cause
mad.
he think he know everything.
Yeah, he been making me mad lately.
He got the answer for this. He got the answer for that. Man, sit down some more.
But
Damn demon.
Yeah.
so we're not the forgiveness program.
Nope.
That's over with.
Back then I was.
Back
now.
then,
In the younger days,
these days we can't.
we don't have
It's
time.
too much going on.
It
Y'all have
don't
fun in
even
the
be
streets,
worth
man.
it. Like,
It don't.
Too much fumbling going on. Sit down somewhere. Pick your person and sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
Many
what's so
diseases.
hard?
It's too much going on out here. Disease.
Um,
But it don't matter anyway. All of them going gay.
What's going on is
Oh,
the
brother.
women are making it too easy
They
for
make
them.
that's what I
to-
feel.
Girl, they don't want us.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Some of them don't.
They
It's
don't.
looking
And
like
some of them.
It's looking like they don't even.
I done messed around and flicked on one page. I don't know what I went to.
What was you even on?
But you know,
I don't know.
it was a
What kind of stuff you
it
follow?
was a post that said
I
that
was following
men
them
don't
up.
really like women
They don't.
anymore.
We
They
ain't
just
gonna say
really
They don't.
want to have
don't like
intercourse.
us.
They don't like us.
They don't even
like
want to have
us.
intercourse with us no more.
They don't. Man, I'm telling y'all.
I
was
guess it
on
depends on the
something
person, y'all person,
Facebook
because that's
watching
crazy. I ain't
something
never
on
had
the
that
video.
photo. Not get
Flick
touched.
through
I
it.
ain't never had
No,
that.
no, I'm just saying general. They are like that. Do y'all be on Facebook or any and y'all just see the men all day? It's just bashing women all day. Go get your man then.
Yeah,
Go
see,
get a man.
those type of
They
men,
going to get 'em.
those type of men, you got something going on with you mentally. Either you like men or your mama broke your heart. And some people, their mama break their heart, they will treat women like trash. But at the end of the day, you ain't even giving a woman a chance, so you just talking that noise, but you find a chicken head first of all. Because if you find a woman, you ain't gonna go through all that. So them fools, I don't
One
mess
will
with
break
fools.
them though. One will break
Them
them.
fools.
But if they
I don't
keep
mess with
on going on with that, baby, you want your same self. At the end of the day, you want your same self.
I think it was Saucy Santana that said that a man who does that, they really want.
But they can't come out because they got too much going on.
yeah.
They're not gonna be able to do it because they're gonna be embarrassed.
They still want that same.
Yeah, because
joy.
they want to remain masculine.
They want men.
They do. Anyway, like I was saying, flipped on something on Facebook. I don't know. I was watching the video and then it scrolled and did something else. I tell you, they have big old parties, events. I didn't feel like what we do down the little old school or whatever. Girl, straight man, not one woman in sight. And they was up there singing like they were having a concert, singing to each other. Man's coming up off the stage. I want you. I hope you ain't got no man. And are you single? I'm talking about a whole bunch of them. I kept scrolling. And like it just kept coming up. Different event. Different event. I'm like, what the world? I just...
Well, we in trouble, ladies.
Yeah, we been in trouble. They just all coming out now.
Being in trouble.
I ain't with that funny business.
It's all coming
I ain't
out.
on that now. If you funny, admit it, go on about your business. I'm not playing no type of game. Go on. Go on.
Just living your truth.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
For real.
Because I had one dude that he always complain. I said, what you doing? Every day you had a problem, bro. I said, I got a problem too, but I ain't acting like you. You always
act like you,
complaining. And you always just getting on my, I said, you started getting on my nerves now. I've been holding my composure for a couple weeks now. But now I'm getting irritated because don't no real man complain like that, man. I'm a woman and I don't complain like that. So you mean to tell you a problem every day?
Every day.
He's driving.
Every day.
And he can snap about people driving. You need to go. You need some self-control.
But it wasn't even the problem. He probably just didn't like you. He probably was jealous of you. You know they would give you an attitude every day.
He just used
to pull
to
that energy from
he
you.
was never happy. I'm like, I'm saying childhood was bad, but I said to myself, you got something else going on, because ain't no way in the world you like this here. You ain't never happy. You just mad every day. Who the hell mad every day?
Somebody that's jealous of you.
And I'm like, you know what?
I'm telling you, every day.
It wasn't no relationship because it ain't last. I told you a couple weeks.
They jealous of you.
I'm just listening to it. I'm just saying to myself, first you hear like somebody complaining, okay, woo, okay. What's up now?
Again and again.
I'm gonna be holding my composure because I know me, and I'm saying to myself, this joker here just keep on fussing. What does a real man keep fussing for? I ain't been around people that fuss all the time. My people ain't fuss all the time, not no men. They ain't do all that fussing.
But what was his excuses?
Everything. Let somebody drive wrong in the road. He fussing about that. He don't feel like going to work today. Oh, he got to do this. He got to do that. Bro, this is life.
Yeah.
How you complain about everything in life, bro? It's life. What are you talking about? It's life. It's life.
You don't want to do the things a man do.
Just kill yourself now.
Then you talking all loud. Then if I say something back, you want to get argumentative. Hey, listen. We're going to have a whole discussion. And I tell you, you know what? You got to go. You got to go, bro, because you're going to make me mad. When I ain't listen, this man got mad because he got fired and go get mad with me. I said, you the crazy something. I know.
No, he can't take accountability.
You ain't, that's what he don't take ownership for nothing.
And when you can't do that, I don't want you either.
How you don't control yourself?
Oh, that's the worst. Don't take accountability.
And that's where he was at. He don't take it. He blame other people. I say, you know what? Something wrong with you. I gotta go. I can't talk to you no more because you got a problem. You have a real problem. You got fired. You mad with me. How in the hell? Psychotic. See, you came up with psychotic people. That's why I know he type of person that might snap and hurt me or something, and they're gonna be bad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of him because homeboy got too many problems tonight. You got too much anger built up in you, and when you snap one day, I don't want it to be on me. So you know what? Good riddance.
Some of them could have been just shuttered in, and their parents just let them got away, and siblings, friends.
He said that he was spoiled, but I think his mama died when he was younger. But I understand all that pain, but you can't have trouble every day. You got to suck up some of the stuff called life and just deal with it and heal with it. You cannot be making the other person just be like
too
a burden. Yeah, well, you too much ass on.
It's too much for him. Yeah. Okay, so ladies, we're one and done. We're not forgiving these days. It's 2025.
Don't let none slide.
That's it.
Hey, like, keep them 25. Keep them alive to 25.
Don't let none slide. Oh, yeah. But we all the way live tonight.
All the way.
Yep.
But yeah, all that, get your mind right. Get your mindset in order. Help the churn, bless the churn. You see the churn, talk to the churn. I see some kids walking by, I told them, come here. I stopped all the little jokers. Where y'all going? They wasn't telling me where they was going.
They need people that look like them and talk like them, like maybe it's themselves, to be comfortable. So us as younger adults need to do our part.
If I see them, I catch them, I get them. They stop.
Like they say, you see something, say something.
I say, y'all be out here all the time and night running and walking around.
Yeah.
But they be at the park playing basketball. Them the ones that go play basketball. But I'm like, y'all, I hear y'all in the middle of the night. And I see some girls ride on the scooter. Where y'all be going? Where y'all mama at?
And these little kids that walk up the yard that's out here trying to hustle.
With the waters and stuff?
Little waters, asking to wash your car, the mirror. They ain't asking to wash your car like that, because half of the time you in the darn parking lot of a, restaurant or the grocery store. Give them kids $5. Let them cheer and wash your goddamn window. Let them scrub real quick.
Or something.
They trying to stay out of trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Don't turn them away.
When that baby came up today, he was like, hey, man, can I wash your windows and tires? I don't care what you give me. I'm just trying to start my business. I'm putting it up.
And they polite with it.
You can't turn them down.
I'm just trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, well, how much you gonna? She said, whatever you got. I gave that baby $10. And you know that baby didn't come and wash
Trina,
my
you
car.
stupid.
Actually washing my car now. He comes to wash my car now.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You build a relationship with him.
Build those relationships.
Him and his 3 of them.
Keep a village some way, somehow. Cause we done lost that. We done lost it.
Yeah, we did.
If they trying to change, we need to be there and help them.
And I feel like It be the black people always.
That's who I'm talking to
them
right now.
YNs and all this, and I don't even let them use that slang around me. Cause my boys are not. Don't say that.
Right.
Oh, you work with YNs? No, I don't. I work with young men. Why they got to be YNs?
Young
Why they
black
got to
They
be
changing everything.
Like,
Because
y'all change
they're
everything.
conforming to society. I mean, social media.
Yeah.
See, I'm
What's
in the-
relevant
I'm in the
right
world,
now
but I'm not in the
of the
world.
world? Yeah.
Yeah, like baby,
Yes,
it ain't it.
yeah.
I ain't, don't try me. Don't try me.
Help the kids. All you gotta do is help the children.
Yeah, and the babies they be
As much
ready
as
to
you
go.
can, and I mean,
now you using my water, but they still bringing their stuff and whatever.
Right, they little supply.
You watching my little nephew them cars and stuff. Now that's in. Come,
on,
little
yeah.
nephew got that little number and stuff. Now, hey, come get me and my auntie.
Now they
car.
getting
Oh my God.
business, yeah.
Now they getting. Come on, man. It only takes one. And do you know how many turn them babies down?
oh, I see it all the time, like out in front of the stores, and I see it all the time. They're just trying to find a way to put a couple dollars in their pocket. Is that or robbing? What you prefer?
Let the babies wash them windows. So, ladies, this has been an amazing show.
Yes.
I feel like we covered a lot. But give me some final words. Miss Mavis, talk to the people. What can we leave them with?
Let's bring the village back, everybody. Please. I am into community work. That's what I do. I'm a hope dealer. So every day I get up and my job, not my job, my passion is to bring good to the hood, to be the change that I want to see in the hood, whether it's mine, which is downtown West Palm, but from Jupiter all the way to Boca, we got a job to do here in Palm Beach County. So do whatever y'all can, join the movement, whether y'all representing us or not. Be a hope dealer, whether it's inner city innovators or just you dealing hope in your own way to our young black boys and girls out here in the community. That's what we're here for. And if we all stand together, we have the power to change the narrative of who they think our babies are going to grow to be. It's our job. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yes.
I'm a piggyback ride with you, baby. Cause you said a lot and you said a whole mouthful. And ladies, stop being so forgiving all the time. Move on. You got
and stop forgiving. Yeah. Ladies, one and done. If
It's too many men out here to keep on going in the same old circle. Break the curse. Don't be your grandmama or your mama or your auntie, whoever it was. Break the curse. Break the cycle. Go on about your business. Hasta la vista. But love, peace, and happiness. And I wish you well on everything. And I hope it continue to grow and be global. And y'all continue to do y'all thing.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. I had fun with y'all. I was so nervous coming in, but
you were good.
it was a pleasure.
Miss
Okay,
Angel,
I'm gonna go off
baby.
of what Kristen said. Don't go to the next man. Take some time to yourself for a minute. Learn to know yourself again. Love yourself again. And God's gonna send that man. He's gonna send that man. And both of y'all are gonna know who you are, when you meet. Because baby, them dreams they do show when it's time. Yeah. And on these babies, I just gave y'all a little, scenario of that. Go and help these babies.
Yeah.
If they come there with you, definitely with the utmost respect. And they telling you what they trying to do, you never know. I don't know, that baby might have his truck and machines before I even know it.
Yep.
Because now he has other people that's coming in, little clientele that's coming in. And then off the top of that, this baby in church, him and his friends.
See?
They
You
in
just
church.
never know.
He come and say, man, we caught that baby while he was in church. Didn't even know, because I didn't go to church that day. Yeah, on time. We had us a ball. And I called that baby, and he said, I'm in church. I can't come until after 3 o'clock. I'm going to eat dinner with my family after church.
And he answered for you. See, that's love. He answered for you.
He's building that relationship.
And there it is. And building his business, him and his friends.
That's nice.
It always takes one
That's it.
to help a person get their dreams started. Always take that one believer, and you take off. Leave with that much love. What about you, Miss Toya?
I'm not gonna hold y'all too much. Support the hope dealers, the inner city, there I go again. Inner city innovators. Let me slow down. Visit their website. Like I said, donate. I'm not going to tell you to go volunteer because you have to go through their process of becoming a volunteer and being a hope dealer. The mission. We want to see these children reach at least 25. And that's still a low number.
Yeah, definitely.
Still. That's not even giving them a chance. But we know that some of them not even living past 12, 13.
Yeah.
So if 25 is the number that we're stuck with, and look, today is 6/25/2025. Let's do our part. Ladies, we have to do better. We got to do better. My ladies on the table said one and done. We getting older. We don't have time.
You can't be no fool all your life. I'd be damned if I be an old fool.
Like my sister Trina said in the comments.
What?
Babies and diseases you can't come back from. Man, I was watching a movie where AIDS was the final diagnosis for a husband, a wife, her side dude, and the side dude old lady, because people were being dishonest, unfaithful, untrue, just passing it around like it's candy. You got to be careful who you're laying with, because you don't know who they laying with. Be careful of all the spirits that you're mixing yourself up with, because some things you cannot undo.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, as my mom say, be prudent. If you don't know what it is, Google it. I am your girl, Miss Toya.
You said it. This is your girl, Chrissy.
That's your girl, Angel, baby. Oh, my goodness.
And we have Mavis.
Yeah, oh, my goodness. I didn't want to say that. That is not your name. Oh,
I'm
my
laughing at y'all. And Mavis, I'm sorry.
Catch us next week. Monday night, we have the Voice of the Streets with DJ Manny, Cheryl Couture, and BJ. And Wednesday, y'all already know the chicks are definitely back. And tomorrow night and every Thursday at 8 p.m., catch the Big Man Cave with my brothers D. Lee, LP, and LK. I'm mixing y'all names up. And that is AK and LP. Y'all already know UGTv is the network. We're not going nowhere. One monkey don't stop no show. It's the Chick Chat Show. We'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Good night.
Unless we give them one.
Late breaking news in West Palm Beach, where 4 people were shot today.
This all happened on 19th Street near Division Avenue, where a different shooting took place just a few weeks ago.
One man was pronounced dead at the scene. Another was a trauma transport who has now died at the hospital. Police say he was a juvenile, 18-year-old, a recent graduate. A car drove by as the 4 men were walking down the road and shot at them with a weapon that looked like an assault rifle.
Another shooting last Wednesday marked the 13th and 14th homicides in the city this year. One of the victims was 19-year-old Johnny Davis.
Every time you see him, he had a smile on his face.
One thing I could say, he was a good boy.
I don't know what happened. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You're not just taking someone who doesn't matter from every family, you're breaking our family.
It's just so sad that he had to be killed out here. He didn't really get to live the rest of his life yet.
We have to put an end to it. There are some things we can't help and some things we can. The killing of our young brothers and sisters, it ends today because a new day starts for our community. We who live in this community are going to have to lead the change in this community. My dream is everywhere that you see a dope dealer on the corner standing next to him, you see a hope dealer. Someone there dealing hope and speaking life to those children.
Yeah, we back with another one.
Miss Toya, Chrissy, Angel.
This is Wednesday night and our vibes are high. This is ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, this is chit chat night. We're gonna vibe all night. Oh, this is chit chat night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Chit chat night. Chit chat night. Chit chat night.
So what y'all thought? We were over with? Nah, we back. Like we never left.
Okay, so ladies, if you're rocking with us, go on and put your hands up and let me see y'all. And fellas, don't forget to tell a friend. The chicks are back. Woo!